years ago, I went to Italy for the summer. I fell in love with Italy then, did a lot of cooking, but mostly fell in love with how delicious everything was. I really appreciate dishes that are very, very simple. I don't know, I'll never feel like a chef, you know. I feel like a mentor, and I feel like a restaurant owner. Nobody says yes, chef to me.
Bodini de riso? Oh, one. Fantastic. Oh, my favorite. Thank you. I'm gonna get it. They're my favorite. And they had one left.
And you got it.
And I got it. Would you like some?
That's okay. Enjoy it.
You sure you don't want a little? Cafe, cappuccino, the best.
Grazie. Grazie.
In all of Umbria.
Grazie. Grande. Molto grande.
Se vieni qua su, vedrai che paradiso, il mondo visto da qui, sembra una palla che balla davanti alla luna, il sabato qui, si danza fino all'alba, maglietta blu jeans, la brillantina, i capelli e il jukebox che va, dolce vita che sfugge tra le dita, che ti fa stare a dieta, e sulla Vespa la sera si va a passeggiare, seguiamo sempre calcio, viviamo in riva al mare, da noi c'è sempre caldo, e ci abbronziamo l'estate col sole che fa, la musica
Ciao Nancy, ben arrivata.
Oh,
Ciao, benvenuta.
grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Aldo.
benvenuta a panicare ancora.
Ah, grazie. Aldo, per favore,
Ancora un po' di
bicchieri
Sì.
of Montecoco.
Ok,
Sì.
perfetto.
Grazie.
E ancora il ghiaccio.
Ok.
No, I have a ghiaccio. It's okay. I'll take your ghiaccio.
That's it.
Ah, grazie, Aldo.
Come va bene?
Would you like to buy a bed and breakfast? Because I know a perfect one.
Great one right here.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
You and Shrill,
And
your closest.
I have people that would like to cook at it.
"33 years ago, I rented a house for a month in Tuscany outside of Lucca. I fell in love with Italy then, and I luckily was in the position that I could buy a small house in Umbria. And I have been going every summer and every winter since. It's my ideal vacation because it's a vacation that I get to cook at, where I have my knives, I have my platters, just the comfort of being in a home rather than a hotel. For me, a real vacation is being away from the pressure of running a restaurant, but still being able to cook on my terms.
Look at my yield of my...
You're kidding.
Do not eat one of those.
Just one.
I don't
I have
that
to try
many.
it.
go. You can finish it. Finish the coffee. All right, Karina.
See.
You're going to take care of the plates at whole setting. And what I have to decide if I'm going to use my pretty little plates or just the standard white big ones so they can load
Let's use
up.
a prettier one because it's such a small group. Then they can go back and get more if they want.
Okay.
Right?
No plastic.
No plastic.
This is not a plastic party. Okay, so now as far as food.
Okay.
So potatoes, tomato,
Tomatoes.
cauliflower, cabbage, onion,
Che-
escarole.
Escarole.
I have onions, and I have some mixed salami that I'm
Salami,
gonna
okay.
slice
Slice.
on the slicer.
Beautiful.
So, oh, whose dog is that? Where-
Is the gate open? Where did it come in from? From there? That is hysterical.
Okay, so cauliflower.
The cameo.
I've never seen that dog before.
Nancy is truly a pioneer in the food industry, especially in Los Angeles.
Since the beginning of my career writing about food, Nancy's always been an important figure. It was just exciting to watch where her palate would go, what her interests were. Nancy's like a nucleus. She draws people into her orbit.
She's difficult.
Nancy's meticulous,
obsessed, which is fueled by a raging curiosity.
Above all of those things, I think she is so good at getting out of each person that works for her what her vision is.
With Nancy, you know that there's something she's searching for in her brain that is unique.
My late husband, Jonathan Gold, called it urban rustic. It's not just about the meat and the vegetables, but all the little things that go with it.
She is still so interested and excited about what she does on a daily basis. It's so inspiring.
She found this way of combining Italian food and California food and melded it into something that actually turned out to be game-changing.
It's kind of fascinating to me that she became so besotted with Italy. Because when I first met Nancy, she was besotted with bread.
Hello, John Davis.
Hey, boss, how are you?
You have an apron for me?
Yeah, I
and
do.
everything?
Right over here. What about your glass of wine?
Oh, I'll take that as well.
Here.
My free glass of wine that I get for showing up and visiting you.
Yes. I met Nancy in 1991 when I did an internship at Campanile Restaurant, which is one of her first restaurants, and then eventually got hired on as a pastry assistant, and then eventually became a pastry chef. Nancy is our founder. We like to collaborate. We like to work together.
Always helps with cooking, right?
There you have
Well, it helps with baking bread. I will.
it. You come very well dressed to bake.
You can tell that I don't bake anymore. Okay. Caramelized onion and olive breadsticks.
Okay, your salt's over here. Here's your yeast. I'm using dry.
All right.
And then here's your olive oil.
Great.
La Brea Bakery, when I created it, I didn't know where it was going to lead. It wasn't like there was a model. Or I said, what I want to do is I want to build a bakery, and then I want to turn it into an empire, and then I want to write a cookbook, and then I want, nothing was premeditated. It was as simple as I was going to open a restaurant. There wasn't a lot of good bread available in Los Angeles. Why don't I try to figure out how to bake a loaf? And that was really the story of La Brea Bakery. Nothing more than that.
The starter we use is what Nancy created 30 years ago, and we've been continually using it. So here's the starter we keep. That's been around for 30 years. The starter is now in all of our bakeries. We have one on the East Coast in New Jersey. We have a large one here in Los Angeles in Van Nuys. It's also made it all the way over to Ireland, where we have a bakery over there. And then we also house it in a sourdough library in Belgium. When I first started working with Nancy, I was straight out of culinary school. She definitely demands perfection.
I
No
was
doubt
not
about
a
it.
yeller. I'm not a yeller. I know that. So.
No, you're not a yeller. You're not a yeller.
You'd be lying.
I do remember getting yelled at, but must
Not
not
by
have been you,
me.
huh?
My late husband, Jonathan Gold, was the restaurant critic for the Los Angeles Times. And what he loved about following Nancy is following her obsessions.
We're adding flavor to it that it can't help but taste good and smell good when it comes out of the oven.
She, will latch onto something like she did with bread, and it was just exciting to watch where her palate would go, what her interests were.
I know that there's been several aspects of my cooking career that have given me notoriety, for lack of a better word, starting with when I did the desserts at Spago, then moving on to Campanile and Brea Bakery. I became known for my bread.
When Nancy and Mark Peel decided to open Campanile in Los Angeles, it was considered a major food event.
And then I watched her fall in love. And I watched that love start to seep into the plates. Mozzarella is what changed everything for Nancy.
Buongiorno. Some bufala. Bocconcini. Maybe uno affumicato.
One affumicato.
Sì.
Oggi mangiare
The bufala that we use at our restaurants in Los Angeles comes from Italy, comes from exactly the same area, but I have to say, tastes nothing like the bufala that you eat in Italy, because bufala has a short shelf life, but it's not supposed to be refrigerated. It firms up and it turns into something else. It's the best that we can do, but there's nothing like eating it here. As soon as you bite into it, it's like a sponge, and all of the milk kind of oozes out. And that experience you don't get in the United States. Delicious.
So with the bufala, how many girls, how many boys?
Yeah, we have 400 girls here, adult girls, and there's one boy per 25 females. We are in full mating season now because the mating season goes from March to September, and so they should be at work.
Hard work, right?
Hard work, yeah.
Hard work, but someone's got to do it.
You can tell the boys by the size of the horns and the size of the animal.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to go under that.
Yeah, that machine is never still, basically, because they love being scratched and they take turns and they actually fight for the scratcher.
But I love that they know to go there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get more because actually we've seen that animal well-being brings to like more production and better production.
Is the original mozzarella bufala?
Yes. Actually, in Italy, we have a distinction. We call mozzarella the one from bufala. Fior di latte is the one from cows.
So you don't even say mozzarella di bufala. You just say mozzarella, and you know right away that that means it's from bufala, and when it is from a cow,
Fior di latte, it's from
fior
cow.
di latte.
Yeah. She's very curious.
Yep. Where do they like to be touched?
Generally the nose.
The nose?
They really like this.
Hello, nose. So each of these bufala, they get milked twice a day?
Yeah.
Each one?
each one. They know when the time is, and
They
so
do.
you'll see they'll be waiting
They
outside
just-
of the gate.
Wow, because they're like heavy.
Yeah, actually, we are in the moment where the buffalo milk is the highest price ever.
Yeah.
There's a huge shortage of milk, buffalo milk, because there's high demand and not a big population of buffaloes. I'm very glad that we are in Tuscany, because the brand is very strong in any food product, wine, oil, you name it. And we are actually the only producer from Tuscany that can say that the milk is 100% from Tuscany.
Right. Separate it. Oh, wow. Nice. Attention.
Attenzione.
This is like my house. Wow. It's very small. Very small caseificio.
Piccolo.
Yeah.
Se lavoriamo piccoli quantitativi, solo latte nostro, tutti i prodotti nostri sono tutti 100% bufala, a partire dalla mozzarella, il formaggio, lo yogurt. E siamo l'unico caseificio in Maremma che produce 100% bufala. Qui abbiamo la cagliata che abbiamo ricavato dal latte. Si aggiunge il siero innesto, che sarebbe come il lievito madre per il panettiere. E il siero innesto e si mette il caglio, si fa un procedimento di rottura, un'essiccatura e viene fuori questa. Se la faccio assaggiare, adesso è in sapore, perché ovviamente con l'aggiunta dell'acqua calda si sciolgono i grassi.
It's still good. Still tastes good, but it doesn't taste finished.
Con questa adesso si fa un passaggio nella macchina che trincia la pasta, viene messa qui e inizia la foratura manuale.
This right now is just sort of stringy and separate and doesn't really feel alive at this point.
Adesso aggiunge l'acqua bollente a 100 gradi per poter fare la filatura. Occhio che scotta, scusate. Diventa bianco perla.
I don't want to ruin their cheese. Am I doing it right? I'm not getting any direction.
Bisogna cambiare verso ogni tanto.
Yeah, we do it together.
Sì.
Now, that's better together. I've done it in small batches with a wooden spoon, not like this though.
Si cambia direzione perché la pasta si deve far sì che la pasta si stende per bene, che assorba per bene l'acqua.
Now it's mozzarella, right?
Sì, adesso è mozzarella questa.
Pasta, mozzarella.
Giusto,
Okay.
sì. Dicevo, la pasta viene messa in quella macchina che ci dà le pezzature che preferiamo, in base al rullo che impostiamo davanti.
What is he? Oh, wow. That's a. Look at that. Quanto kilo?
2 chili. Eccola qua. Ne ho fatte 17 stamattina di queste.
Just the way he fondles it, you know what he's thinking about, I'll tell you. Right?
Qui siamo in Toscana e la zizzona maremmana.
Wow.